as it affects citizens' livelihood. My name is Omoshiola Adesoye Ajayi, and recently Ondo State was declared the state with the lowest poverty level in Nigeria with 27%. The statistics was released by the National Bureau of Statistics in its 2022 report. This feat cannot be detached from fiscal transparency and accountability entrenched in governance in the state. Budgeting positions the mind of administrators on actual outcome with a predetermined plan. A good budgeting hence help in forecasting the result of every effort, reducing fiscal wastages in the process of implementation. The Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akinrogunde signed the 2023 budget of over 275 billion naira into law following passage by the State House of Assembly. This special interview session with Honorable Akintomide, who is the Chairman, House Committee on Finance and Appropriation in Ondo State House of Assembly, seeks to explore the ingenuity exerted on budgeting in Ondo State, which has set the state apart as a yardstick for economic development. Honorable Akintomide, thank you for agreeing to share your thoughts with me on this program.
Thank you.
All right, let's set the ball rolling. Ondo State has been declared, or let's say Ondo State has been used as a yardstick for economic development in Nigeria. What do you think led to this feat?
As I always say, for any serious government that is interested in the general well-being of our citizens must ensure that there's a foundation laid to give room for good prudency, accountability, transparency, as well as blockage the leakages within the government. Yes, Ondo State has witnessed economic development. This is not just coming up, but these are parts, they are factors. There are things that has happened, that has been implemented under the government led by our dear amiable governor, Oluwarotimi Akinrogunde, SCN, which has been able to transform to what we are seeing today. What we are seeing today is the multiplier effect of different sectorial activities that has taken place within the state over the years. What we are seeing is these are the expected outcomes that is expected of us to experience and practically for our eyes to see. I thank God. It's a privilege to serve my state in the House of Assembly to add value to the legislation business within the state. Ondo State government, led by Arakuni Oluwarotimi Akinrogunde, has done so much by ensuring that appropriate legislation were put in place to ensure prudency, accountability, by enacting 4 key and fundamental laws, of which one is the legislative framework for public fund as well as finance management, which was signed to law by. The other one is the Ondo State Ondo State Fiscal Responsibility Law, which deals with the physical business of the state. This third one is Ondo State Public Procurement Law, because in the course of government business, there are so many activities that are expected to be carried out that required procurement process. By having a good and efficient procurement law in place, that's to tell you, just like the way you lay your bed, you lie on it. So he has that done, and that has really helped the state to move towards a good direction as far as economic planning, economic empowerment is concerned within the state. And the last one is the Ondo State Public Audit Law, which gives room for transparency. And the auditor are expected to carry out their own activity and report back. And when you have this four law in place, no wonder such government has set to be on the right path. The government has done so much in the area of massive infrastructure development. Over 500 kilometers of roads has been constructed and rehabilitated within the state. The state has been able to put in place policies that affect humanity in the area of health. Health is very key in the course of governance, because the health of your people, the welfare of your people matters a lot. The governor has been able to ensure that the primary health care facilities were renovated, some were constructed. The secondary facilities as well benefited from this process. And this has happened in a cluster-like manner. For services that the primary health care cannot provide, the secondary is there to take care of that. And the one the secondary cannot provide, the tertiary, which is UNIMED, which he has done. And you have substructure across the three central districts in the state. We have one in Okitipupa, we have the one in Ondo, and we have the one in Akoko. So in the course of this is to showcase that objectivity in governance matters, and that spirit is what our governor has displayed. And no wonder our people voted for him second time, because for those activities that has enhanced the lives of our people, they want him to do more, so we can have the accumulated effect of it over time. Moreover, you look at the area of water, the Kamumi policy that is coming, and over the years that has been able to help us to have potable water for the rural, for the urban scheme, because it's a policy, it must happen. Note, for any society that doesn't have potable water, there's room for such society to be infected with infections, cholera, and all other diseases. Ondo State is collaborating with African Development Bank as well as French Development Agency to rehabilitate the Owena multipurpose dam. This will take care of Akure City and other 5 local governments as part of ensuring we have water, potable water for our people for their living.
Alright, we recall that the governor of Ondo State, Akinrogunde, presented the 2023 fiscal appropriation to the House of Assembly on the 5th of December, which was subsequently passed into law by the House on the 20th December and was assented to by the governor on the 21st of December. You, as the Chairman, House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, how satisfied are you with the 2022 budget?
We have good plans in the budget. Provisions were made to ensure the betterment and the welfare of our people are well catered for, and to ensure service delivery. So far so good in all sectors. The performance have been over So 80% has been over 80%. Yes, because we did oversight was conducted by all the committees of the House. Reports were submitted. We put all this together to have a progress report. We work with economy planning and budget to look at their report. And in the course of the defense of the each NDs, questions were asked, looking at the performance indicator, the key performance indicators. Those are the indicators you use to formulate your decision. That will give you direction that yes, the government has been able to achieve well in the course of budget implementation. 2022, in the area of agriculture, the government has done so much under the Anchor Bora program, under the Life Scale program. In the area of forestry, the afforestation, provisions within the Natural Resources Agency, Ministry rather, has been carried out to the latter. Regeneration of our forest. This is part of the development plan that over the years to come.
I'm not sure it can be to the latter since it is 80% performance.
Yes, it's 80% performance because almost all the agencies have been able to carry out what is expected of them. Remember, PIMO was created to bring that collaboration, to bring that synergy that is mixing, to ensure that we avoid double effort. Whatever this ministry is doing, the other ministry is doing, we need to work together at a point to deliver on that overall goal. And you can see everybody work together from different sectors: education, industrialization, mines and energy, which has been to cater for energy needs of the state, which has been missing. Today, I can tell you, in most of our local governments, apart from the Ondo South, which is already at that top stage that will crystallize very soon, that the light that has been restored, that has been abandoned for 15 years, will come back to life.
All right, let's not talk. Are you not worried about the budgetary deficit that government is currently witnessing? That is, in a situation whereby there is imbalance between the capital and expenditure. Are you not worried?
For me, for this 2023, there's always room for improvement. And that is why M&E is very important.
But it was evident in the current year budget and in the 2022 budget. How do you maneuver? Yes,
in 2022, what happened was how to look at how to reduce cost. How do we reduce cost of governance? That is why I said PIMO that came on board performed excellently to ensure that we avoid double spending, double effort. If we have 4 or 5 MDAs that are expected to work together and they have not been working together, PIMO has been able to create that synergy, that platform for everybody to be on the same page, to work together. And that has reduced cost of governance in one way. And more, so it means that more fund will be available for capital project. And this, in the course of capital project, we are still going, we are delivering the services to the same citizens, but it's going to be under one government. Instead of saying this is for MDA or Ministry B or C, but everybody we are working under the same government. So why don't we synergize? And I think what we are experiencing today is part of the initiative of Mr. Governor to ensure that that office that will manage the programs of the government is established, of which M&E is embedded in. In as much we have economic planning and budget there, the M&E is there. But going forward, periodic monitoring, continuous monitoring were carried out as at when due to ensure that leakages are blocked.
We are still going to talk about monitoring and evaluation.
Yes.
What are your expectations from the ministries, departments and agencies of government in respect of 2023 budget?
2023 budget, I'm happy that the government has been taken in this direction. Each of those budgets has monitoring and evaluation provision. in the MD's budget. And that has a tendency to ensure that when you do continuous monitoring, you will achieve result. When you do your periodic evaluation, you will achieve result. It is when you don't have this framework in place, you start having issues. There are key performance indicators that are expected to be reported on periodically to measure the performance of the governance, of which all MDs falls under. Each MDs has their own key performance indicators. And you have a procurement plan, the state procurement plan, to monitor how the procurement activities are being implemented. Vis-a-vis those activities we have in the budget. And when you have this moving together, and the M&E is taking its own course in the course of monitoring and evaluation in 2023, I'm happy that we have provision for that in the budget, because that is where we are going to report our performance. That is what we will be able to identify the strength, the weakness in the governance, which we can as well turn around to opportunity. If we identify the threat and address them, because PIMO is there, economic planning and budget is there, and M&E happens to be that platform that these two entities are already using to measure the performance. I can bet you from the House of Assembly, we have started talking about ensuring that we institutionalize M&E. Remember, the President of the country signed to that M&E framework, which will be residing in Villa. This is to oversee the monitoring of capital projects for 2023.
Yes, that forms my next question, because I wanted to ask that, do you believe that the M&E should be situated with the executive or the House of Assembly?
If M&E is not situated with the executive, how would they measure themselves? How would they monitor their programs? How would they report back to the governor? This is how far we have gone. These are the milestones. So, it has to be there. M&E must cut across all the tiers of government, even judiciary, to measure their performance. Not only executive, even in the legislative. M&E is an important component of governance, which we have left behind so much in this country. But I'm happy that in this state, M&E will give room for transparency, because what you have not done, you can't report it. M&E will help you to reshape your program towards ensuring and tailor it towards ensuring you deliver successfully to your people.
All right, thank you very much. It's nice speaking with you.
Thank you so much.
Akintomide, Akinrogunde, Chairman, House Committee on Finance and Appropriation of the Ondo State House of Assembly. It's been nice having you sharing your thoughts with me on this special interview session. I've been speaking with Honorable Akintomide Akinrogunde, Chairman, House Committee on Finance and Appropriation at the Ondo State House of Assembly. Thank you for watching us, wherever you're watching us from on our social media platform. My name is Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi. Thank you for being part of the interview session.